Hey everyone, it's the oldest triplet, and I'm going to be doing a review of Young Justice episode 23, I think it was. Yeah, it was probably 23. Insecurity. So, this episode is like the revelation episode, though really nothing is revealed because basically everyone already knew what they reveal, which is Artemis and her past and all that stuff. And most people already knew. I was reading some comments and some other reviews with people like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And it's just like, honestly, people, it's been made obvious since what, episode 8? Episode 9? I don't know. But, point being, it's obvious. You shouldn't be surprised. Anyway, I really liked this episode because, as it was titled, uh, it reveals that superheroes aren't perfect and they're like us and they're insecure about stuff. Though I must say, as soon as I was on Wikipedia and I saw what the episode was titled so I could know what to put into the search box, I was just like, oh good god, and I started singing One Direction, so I was not happy for the first 5 minutes of the episode. Anyway, so basically, well, first of all, the beginning you see this, it's like a team up between Green Arrow and Artemis, because like sidekick, other part of the team. What do you call that? Anyway, sidekick and whoever they're sidekicking to, the team up part, and it was good. You see, like Artemis, she's so happy she made the save, and she's happy she's doing well, and her life is really working out for her right now. And anyway, uh, Red Arrow comes back, and he finally decides to join the team again. And some people in this fandom, and some people on the show were all like, "Yay, he's back." I wasn't so much because he's reached a point where he annoys me. It's just like it's like it's like what was revealed in the last episode, Agendas, when someone said he's been nothing but uncooperative, and that's why he shouldn't be able to join the Justice League, and that he's a bad example. Like, yeah, you've been nothing but uncooperative, you're a pain in the ass. But he joins the team again to join the Justice League, if I got that correct. Anyway, so the team, well, actually, it's not really the team, it's Red Arrow, Kid Flash, Aqualad, and Artemis are going after Sportsmaster, who is helping. It was Professor Ivo, Clarion the Witch Boy, and I was just like, yes, Clarion's back, because he's my favorite villain in this show. He's just this little brat, and he's just a little kid who always who gets what he wants, and I just think he's great to be against a kid's team. I don't know if that was in the original comics, Clarion, but I think in this show it is very good. Yeah, he even had this one line, "I invented pouting," and that I thought was genius. You also see like Brain, the big ape guy, whose name I cannot remember, but I really didn't see them doing anything. They were kind of just like there. And of course, Sportsmaster is really the backup behind this whole thing, and he's what's keeping this going. And where there's Sportsmaster, there must be Cheshire, and where there is Cheshire, there is sexual tension between her and Red Arrow, which was that was good in this episode. Because one of the things that Cheshire did is to play on yet another one of Artemis's insecurities. She kissed Red Arrow, finally, even though it wasn't really Red Arrow's choice, but still, finally. So glad that happened. The shock on his face, that was just, it was just there, and I don't think he wanted this to be happening, mostly because I think he doesn't want to be the one liking the villain, he's the good guy, but it's just like, dude, you're so attracted to her. And so Artemis kind of thinks they're dating, and so her insecurity, Red Arrow somehow likes Cheshire, the villain, but he doesn't like her. So as for the revelations, I told you about them, though not real. We confirm that Artemis's mother was Huntress, and that's why she was in jail. Artemis's sister is Cheshire, and that's why Artemis kind of going on her, I think. It seems like she's going easy on her. And Artemis's father, of course, is Sportsmaster. Oh dear. Let's see. Well, the basic insecurity is that Artemis is not trusted by Red Arrow, and since Red Arrow was very trusted by the team, she feels like she's going to be replaced and no one's going to like her anymore, and she's just upset about that. And to try and prove herself, she basically tries to take down the bad guys by herself, but that doesn't work. And then Kid Flash even says something about that, like, "Are you that insecure?" And wow, like he's very disappointed in her. And Artemis like really looks ashamed of herself, and she looks really upsetted by Kid Flash, because in this episode they were actually nice to each other, which was, I don't know why it took Roy coming back to make that happen, but they were actually nice to each other, and I thought that was amazing, personally. So anyway, the bad guys, as in every single episode, get away with what they really want. And then we end with a scene between Sportsmaster and Artemis, where Sportsmaster is trying to basically convince Artemis she doesn't belong with this team, and that he belongs like with her sister and with her father, on the wrong side of the law, I guess. And this is how I'm putting it. This is how I feel about it. There's this line between good and bad, and Artemis is kind of teetering on it because she wants to be good, because she just wants to be good, and for her mom, and her past with her parents and all that. And Red Arrow is on one side of it, Sportsmaster is on the other, and they're both smudging it. They're both making it very hard for Artemis to know what she wants to do. So we don't really see how she ends that conversation with her dad, but it's kind of like you start to worry, is she going to go and abandon the team, which I really don't want, because frankly she is my favorite character on this show, mostly because I'm a feminist, and I haven't gotten to know Zatanna, and McGann just annoys me. Anyway, so all in all, I thought this episode was very well written. The dialogue was, I think the dialogue was very realistic, and it showed the tension, it showed the frustration, the insecurity about that Artemis is having, and it really showed, and the writing and storyline in general, it really gave us a good glimpse at Artemis and what she's really like. And the interaction between the characters was done very well, like the Wally Artemis interaction, when he's actually nice to her and they actually like flirt around each other, kind of have a good conversation. The Artemis Red Arrow interaction, the obvious distrust and upsettedness, is that even a word? With the Red Arrow Cheshire interaction, she actually kisses him, so everyone knows they're going to get together, honestly. And so, yeah. Small note, subplot, Red Tornado's making himself a body as a human to do something. I don't really understand what. Frankly, I think that's going to be gone into more later. And so, yeah, good episode. You should watch it. I'm glad that we finally had the Artemis-centered episode that everyone's been waiting for so long. So, anyway, I'm excited to see what happens with Artemis. I cannot wait till next week. And the week after that, which is on my birthday. So, Young Justice episode on my birthday. That works for me. Alright, so I will see you all later.